Hey, Starkey Road. We got a big day coming up tomorrow. Sunday morning, we're going to have Alex and Shelby with us for what's going to be hopefully a wonderful time, and looking forward to just what God's going to do with that. But what I wanted to do for these next few minutes is just have you be able to see them before you show up on Sunday morning, just to have a few minutes. We're not going to do a whole lot here, maybe 10 or 12 minutes, so if you can stick with us for that long, it'll be great. I just want to introduce Alex and Shelby to you. We're going to ask them a couple of questions, nothing really deep theological, so you don't have to worry about that. They're going to give their testimonies on Sunday morning. They talked to the deacons already. So there's just a lot that's been going on this weekend. And I got Pastor Brandon, Pastor Tom. It's always nice to have Pastor Brandon here with us because we never know what questions are coming that direction. So we got to be very, very ready for who knows what. But here we go. So I've got Alex and I got Shelby with us. Why don't you just tell everybody hi?
Hi guys!
There you go. They're pretty excited about being here. Tell me just a little bit, you don't have to go into too much detail, but a little bit of where you've come from and why you're excited to be here.
So I'll start. I'm Alex Bode. I am from the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. Born and raised. I went to school in Louisville, Kentucky, and graduated from Boyce College, which gave me the great connection to where I'm currently at in Morton, Illinois. Yes, you counted it, 3 states. I've been in Morton, Illinois for 2 years, serving as a student ministry resident. I've been serving there, the middle school students, and working underneath the youth pastor, and that is where I met Shelby.
Yeah, I'm Shelby. I was born in North Carolina, but raised in Morton, Illinois, the pumpkin capital of the world. Have lived there pretty much my whole entire life. Currently residing. I go to Grace Church there, where I met Alex, and we're engaged now to be married in July. Yeah, We're excited to be here.
We are very excited to be here.
So you're getting married in July. So tell me, this is a wonderful time to be married.
Yeah.
Right? Wild times.
What's been the I don't know, the most challenging part, the best part, the worst part? About planning a wedding right now.
So the best part is that we now have a plan. So we got engaged in December. We're engaged. We're still engaged, obviously, but
it's a good thing.
Come March, COVID happened, and it kind of put our plans on hold for a while, which was hard and challenging at the time. But now we have a plan, and it's ready, and it's rolling, and we're just ready for it to happen.
We're on to our second wedding.
Yes.
We've scratched the first one. We were like, no, not this. So we've got a better one planned. So we're excited about that.
Now you're actually getting fitted down here in St. Pete.
Correct. It's open. Thank you, Florida.
Yeah.
I need to look decent.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I don't know. You guys have any questions for them that we want to jump in on, or anything you're wondering about?
Well, I think, just jumping right into the super spiritual deep stuff here. If you guys had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, like every day, morning, noon, and night, one meal the rest of your life, what are you going for?
Go ahead.
Me personally, beef and broccoli over rice.
Beef and broccoli, okay.
One of my all-time
You got some
favorites.
veggies in there?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
A little bit of everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's really sad because mine does not have vegetables in it. Chicken, cheese, and rice. Yes, it's a Mexican dish. It's fantastic. I could eat it every day. Every morning, every night, rice.
Rice. Okay.
I love rice.
All the ingredients are right there. Chicken, cheese, and rice.
You don't need anything else. If you're looking for other things, you're wrong. You don't do that.
What would you like? So Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, you're going to get a chance to share your testimony in church. They're going to hear kind of how you came to the Lord, your journey, different things like that. You're not going to have time to tell them everything. So I guess what I'm thinking of is if you could have them know one thing that you're not going to have time to tell them on Sunday morning, what do you want them to know about you?
I would want you to know that I love movies. I love movies. I like quoting movies. I love watching movies. the fact that the theaters aren't open is heartbreaking right now. I really do enjoy movies. I enjoy all types of them. Probably one of my favorites is Inception. It's a great movie. You should watch it. It's really trippy. If you watch it and ask me about the ending, I've got questions. I've got things to talk about. So.
Mine would be that I have a little creature that is a dachshund named Opal, and she's my favorite little thing, and she's adorable.
She your dog?
She is my dog, and hopefully at some point in time she could maybe come to Florida.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys got anything? Any questions, Pastor Tom? No.
Well, being that you're from Morton, okay, you said pumpkin. What's all that about?
Okay, so the main thing about this town is that it is the pumpkin capital of the world, and every year in September we have a festival called the Pumpkin Festival, and it's all things pumpkin. We've got pumpkin pancakes, pumpkin chili, pumpkin ice cream, pumpkin donuts, and there's rides that are pumpkin. It's just
Freakishly large pumpkins.
there's like small contests of pumpkins, large pumpkin wins.
Decorate them.
Do you have pumpkin chunkin, where they actually like shoot the pumpkins?
They used to.
We used to do that way back,
took it
but
away.
they took it away.
That's
Yeah.
pretty redneck.
Yeah.
That's like a next
Yeah.
level redneck.
Yeah.
Shooting pumpkins, like
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
It's so true.
But getting serious, what are some of your passions that you have, especially in the area of teens, that you would like to see accomplished here?
Absolutely. Some of my passions is working with parents, students, and leaders. Those three aspects really drive the ministry. You know, I want to care for parents well as disciples of their children. I want to care for the students just as much and love them in ways that I can and care for them. It's such an awkward stage in life. We've all been there. And caring for those students well is important. And the leaders, the ones that are serving hands-on with one-on-one with students and caring for them in real ways that I can't with everybody is so important. So I'm so excited for the opportunity not to just be in front of everybody, tell everything about myself or even about Jesus, but I'm excited about equipping others to do the work of the ministry as well. That's probably one of the passions that I have.
What's probably the best thing about being a pastor or the calling of being a pastor? What is the thing about that excites you, that gets you up in the morning?
Yeah, I think it is the gospel. The gospel is if it really is this great news, if it is what we're proclaiming it is, then you don't need much more to get up and to get going. If it's the great news that Jesus lived a perfect life, died a sacrificial death, and rose on the third day to conquer death and give us new life if we believe in Him, like that's the good news, and you know that drives me. It drives me to want to share it and care for students and leaders and parents in that way, and just that's one of the most exciting things. I mean, you get the opportunity to be a Christian and share that great news, but I also get to say it's the job. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing I can find in my life that competes with that kind of joy, that kind of passion that I've ever experienced. So super excited for that.
Now, I asked you a question earlier. So earlier we had a chance as a staff, all of our leadership staff, to sit down and just have dinner with Alex and Shelby, and we sat around afterwards and just had a conversation that really, if I would have thought about it, I would have videoed that for you as a church, as a congregation, because it was one of the most encouraging things really that I've been a part of in a long time, just to hear their hearts, to hear their passions. But one of the things that I asked you in that was, what's your role or your contribution to being here and being with Alex, whatever the Lord has for him. So, I mean, if you'd maybe just kind of walk us through that.
I think my role is to just walk alongside him and support him in and I said his ministry, but our ministry together, with these students and church as a whole, and just be kind of his biggest fan and encourager in all that we're going to be doing in youth ministry. Yeah.
Now, you've worked with youth for quite
Yes.
a while. How long have you worked with the youth?
So I started in junior high with some girls who were in 6th grade, and then I'm now finishing with them as seniors in high school. So about 6 years, I think, 6 or 7 years.
So you've been working with the youth for quite a while.
Wow, yeah.
Okay. And how long? Your journey's a little different.
Yeah.
How long have you really been focused in the youth area of ministry?
Yeah. I guess I would say 18 going forward. I've had the opportunity in some capacity to serve alongside some great leaders. It's not always been just me, of course, by no means, but I've had in some capacity to serve and care for students since then, and I'm 27 now. Crazy.
You just had a birthday.
I just had a birthday.
birthday.
I'm not ready to tell everyone, but now I have. So,
So your birthday is June 11th.
11th, yes.
Very nice. Very nice. A June birthday. There's another somebody that has a June birthday. We won't talk about it. It's fine. I have one more question, but I just want to open it up if anybody's got something else for you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think, people are going to hear a lot about your testimony and what brought you to this point, but I maybe just even asking more to present day, like what are you learning right now? Like maybe where are you studying God's word? What are you reading right now that's just really impacting you? Because we want to take into consideration that there's, you guys are here today. Like, what's God doing in your life right now that you're just excited about?
Yeah. So we spent at the church I'm at now, in Grace Church, a considerable amount of time in Lamentations.
It's a very encouraging book.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't just push it by. Like, read Lamentations. It has been so encouraging, countering that with even 1 Thessalonians and just the sovereign hand of God and His mercies being new every morning. Like just that simple truth, wrestling with what it means to become an actual pastor. You're striving for something. You go to school for it, and now it's right in front of you. And there's a tendency to say, like, wow, you're still messed up. You're still not perfect. You can't be this person. You can't be this pastor. And that's just a lie. We're all sinners, even the pastors, so I just called y'all sinners. Oh gosh. It's true though. So just even looking through scripture and seeing that and just saying like this next step is for God's glory, not for my just own gratification or I have to be at a certain level,
right.
And just resting in what God is doing.
Right.
Has been so encouraging to me.
Lamentations is a good book for youth pastors because it basically summarizes your youth ministry because teens will make you cry.
Yes, it's true. But we're sticking with you.
Yeah. It's worth it. It is worth it for sure.
Do you have any other questions for him? What's your I guess to close it out, give me a win. What's a big win you've had in ministry in the last 2 or 3 years? Can you think of something? I kind of sprung that one on him. I was kind of giving him some questions, and I didn't give you this one, so if you got to think about it a second, it's fine. But a win.
Yeah.
What does a win look like?
A win looks like. So it's not really a big one, I guess. You might not think it's a big one. Maybe I should say it that way. A big win happened even the other day. I was talking to our students, just trying to care for them. It's been hard with the COVID, and then me leaving there as well, finishing my residency up has been really hard. And I remember asking one of the students the definition of sovereign. And while that might not seem like a big deal, we studied the book of Daniel, the first 7 chapters of Daniel, and studied the word sovereign. And just even hearing those kids repeat that information, but not only repeat it, but take it deeper to the gospel. Like, it's been so encouraging to see real fruit in front of me, because in 2 years you think, well, you only did what you could, or you hope the kids understand it. but to even just see it right in front of you, like, wow, like this wasn't just another game. Like, this impacted their lives. God's word, not my words by no means, but to see real change and real fruit being produced is so encouraging. I don't need that to continue, but what a blessing it has been in this last couple of weeks.
Maybe I can share a win that I saw when Karen and I visited. They're actually at the church where my daughter is at, but when we were there on one Sunday morning, you baptized 13 teens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So don't forget that one. That was impactful.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So you've gotten to share the gospel. You've seen kids come to Christ, and you've been able to baptize them after that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Those are things that you'll hold on to forever.
Absolutely.
Were there any of them that you wanted to hold down a little bit longer than others?
So I told them, I was like, I'll put my foot on. And it's funny because I called them by the wrong name, but we won't talk about that. I was like,
awesome.
yeah, I deserve that now.
That's awesome.
Well, really, we're going to kind of close it down right here. All I wanted for you, Starkey Road, was to get a picture of Alex and Shelby, just to understand them a little bit more before you meet them in person tomorrow morning. The time that we've been able to spend with them and just hearing their hearts, their passions, again, it's been so encouraging to us as a pastoral staff. And we're just praying that the Lord works and His will is going to be done. And, even talking to Alex and Shelby earlier tonight, it was just so confirming for us to hear him say, you know what, we're here and we're ready for whatever the Lord has, whatever that might be, and just the confidence that they have to move forward in this. So I'd encourage you, if you can, to be out tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Don't forget that 11 o'clock service is more of that family service, so there'll probably be kids in the audience. If you're not comfortable with that, then a 9 o'clock is for you. And then there's a drive-through vote, so if you can't make it because you're still not comfortable being out in public, we totally understand, we respect that, and we're ready to work with that. So from 12:30 to 2, you can drive up as a member and cast your vote. That way, after you've watched them online at the 11 o'clock service. So again, we'll just encourage you to be out there for that. We're glad that you guys are here with us. It's been encouraging already, and we're looking forward to what the rest of the weekend holds.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you to meet our church.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll say goodnight, and we will see you tomorrow morning.